You that attended the IUC conference 2 months ago in Manila, how many attended? 1, 2, 1. Okay. You weren't there? You weren't there. Okay. So anyway, this is parang take 2 of that presentation because that presentation was limited to 20 minutes.
You'll have a take 3 on September 11th.
Okay. Actually, now we take 4 because tomorrow I'll be at Capitolio High School for the same thing. Okay. So this is what I'm doing for Pagadian, and I might as well share it with you because a lot of the things I'm doing there are relevant in the OU setting, especially at the master level and the banks.
Okay, anyway, see, the previous slide was about my team. What we're doing in Pagadian is basically to try to introduce open source videos inside the classroom. As a background, the first attempt to introduce television in the Philippine setting was circa 1964-1965 at the Ateneo High School for physics lab. And 52 years later, what we have inside our classrooms? Nothing.
But if you're talking rich media, audio and video, oops, that's where you separate the men from the boys. Okay? And my discovery of clone, okay, as the one that will scale to thousands of media objects is what I'd like to share with you today. PLONE. Open source, free, downloadable. Your CD or your DVD has the installer there. So if you have Windows, or preferably Linux and Mac OS, you can start playing around with it. Okay. The installer? The installer, I think is, no, the installer is just 34 megabytes. 34 megabytes. Now, let me caution you with the installer. Okay? Those that wanna run clone on Windows will find out that I have the basic functionality, but I don't have all the bells and whistles. All the bells and whistles of clone are in the Linux and the Mac OS. Okay? So, caveat. If you wanna experience the full power of clone, you won't experience it under a Windows environment. Under the Mac, have you tried?
That is a Debian actually.
Okay.
Pero sa Mac, very limited lang. Ginagawa.
Option for new media.
Just installed, so
Everybody knows, okay? That's what will happen. Everybody's doing talk and talk, except tayo, distance education, distance ano tayo, distance mo. But pretty much, 99% of the classrooms are talk and talk. And then you will now begin to experience video if the school administrator says, yes, it's about time that
we experiment with new media. Now, next question is, okay, if you want to experiment with new media, what happens with the collaboration, the platform, the sharing, the management, file access, storage, etc., etc.? That's why you need a media platform. Okay? And once you have the media platform, then it becomes more exciting. So it's no longer about technology, it's about content, it's about, you know, conversations within your community,
Oh,
your
okay.
classroom, your school, etc.
Think about it, okay, not from your point of view, but think about it from the point of view of a grade school kid today. Right? And think when we were in grade school, in my case 40 years ago, okay, how the world has changed.
Kinumpit bigla.
30 something. Okay, so for those in ed, okay, faculty of education, let me share this with you. Okay. I had two of my classmates from Ateneo College who are veteran teachers in Ateneo grade school view the system that I have. So, when they saw it, says, Mingo, grabe, wala kaming ganito.
Talaga.
And then, okay, point is, kasi sa Ateneo grade school, bawal ang digital devices.
Sinabi mo.
No cell phones, no MP3 players, no laptops, no MP4 players, etc. So I told them, look, something's gotta give. Because the kids now, okay, are feeling the tension that McLuhan identified in the 60s. Okay? There's a tension between the real world and the classroom. Bakit sa classroom, chalk and talk? Sa real world, nag-Nintendo na kami, nagsi-cellphone na kami, nag-video camera na kami, nag-PlayStation na kami. So, which is the real world? The one when I have my gadgets, or the one when I'm supposed to be in a classroom sitting down and listening to my teacher? Okay? So, as we speak, Pagadian, diocese of Pagadian schools are beginning to change the face of education here in the Philippines. In fact, si Sister Amelia, the school director, said, okay, I want all the teachers to use at least 3 videos every lecture. So, martial law na sa kanila. 3 videos every lecture. But these are... Ha? Ano yun?
Anything is possible if you have a madre.
Okay. Anyway, so when I trained the 170 teachers of Pagadian on social media, okay, that was October, and then in April I trained them on tagging. Ano ba yung tagging? What's tagging? Kabit-kabit.
You put labels.
Put labels. Meaning. Okay. Fine? What? Fine? Did you say fine? Keyword. Okay. So imagine if in your desktop, circa 2 years from now, you have 200 gigabytes and you have 5,000 videos. Taxonomy was very useful in the world of atoms. You know, when an atom cannot exist in 2 places at the same time. Like one library book. You have to classify it in this shelf. And this is the other shelf, and these are the books for social science. These are the books for multimedia. Okay? So that's why you had library science. That's why you had librarians. Taxonomy is, hey, tag it what you will, call it what you will, name it what you will. And then if enough people start using your nomenclature or your label or your meaning, then all of a sudden, okay, so these are the videos that, okay. So the Foxonomy, it's the people tagging and attaching labels to anything. In this case, okay, the media objects, the articles, the digital files that they have in the community. So taxonomy is formal. Foxonomy is lahat tayo sa community.
Walang expert.
The best way to understand it is via video. The web philosopher that does this is a guy by the name of David Weinberger. He works for Harvard Berkman Center for Internet and Society. If you have 1 hour, watch his video. Now I get it. And his video is called Everything, and his book is called Everything is Miscellaneous.
What a nightmare to be. What a nightmare to be.
Is there a to? software or platform or a tool that will allow us to confront this challenge, especially if you're talking about a targeted audience and a targeted community? Okay. Now, in the case of Pagadian, I was telling the teachers, okay, the most important thing, okay, with this innovation is not the YouTube videos that you'll be able to download. The most important thing is that the teachers themselves start producing their own videos. Thereafter, the students themselves producing their own videos and podcasts. And that is now made possible because you have a platform, you have a digital, scaffolding that will allow you to start attaching your own content and your own works. Prior to this, Microsoft Office, Windows XP, forget it. It's not going to happen. But now, things are different. Any questions so far? For those that are not going to create, they can still participate by doing blogs, doing a wiki, okay, etc., etc. Which is eventually what will happen in the classroom. Instead of individual papers, you will have group wikis. Students contributing a piece here, a paragraph there, a picture here, an audio podcast here. Then we have our own collaborative, quote-unquote, mashup or output.
Hindi, tama. Tama, okay? The key here is, okay, there's a whole opportunity out there for Filipinos that are communicative, okay, and are educators. And for us to get started on that, we must be able to appreciate what's already out there. Having said that, if what's already out there is not up to our standard, then that's our, flag that, hey, let's go and charge because we can own this category or start, in this trail. Ano na?
Kasi you own and conquer the world.
Yes. Like kumare ako, let's say I was gonna create a series of videos. I will create it Web 2.0 for Filipinos. When they search Web 2.0 Pinoy, yung video ko yung lumalabas. But if you just limit it to the major category Web 2.0, wala.
Yeah, I think I see a window of opportunity for UPOU here. Kasi there's no problem with sciences, mathematics, these are universal.
Yes, yes.
But when you come to social sciences like management, cultural context are very important. I think we need to produce our own. Kasi pagka hinayaan lang natin kung Western videos to flat us, then we're just perpetuating the Western hegemony.
Exactly. In fact, my own reflection is, okay, everybody wants English, science, math. But I can see, in the case of this platform, it's the social studies teacher, the math teachers, the Filipino teachers that will say, obviously, wala pang, dyan, di ba? Pinoy dyan. Ako nagawa na sa sarili ko. That's the opportunity. Yes.
Meron isang website, voxlibres.org. It's a volunteer-run website. You can volunteer to read a book that has been released into yung public domain. And maraming mga tao, they sign up and they will read Alice in Wonderland. Tapos ko po sa MP3 file. Naisip ko, baka naman, as a good first step, in your field, you take mga seminal work done by Filipino authors, yung papers sila, and get someone to read it. And as audio, you record it. Tapos,
Audio yung nire-record nila, it's audio.
It's
So
audio.
hopefully not your face actually reading.
well, I'm just
Podcast, audio.
maski audio lang. But as a start, habang wala, hindi pa develop yung ating competencies sa video,